Hey everyone. I wanted to do a quick lesson that you're going to be watching on April 20th. That's going to be the purpose of this lesson. So as you can see, I have a worksheet pulled up. Simple little thing, square roots worksheet. And the purpose of today's lesson, real fast, it should be quick review. We should definitely remember this. But the purpose of today's lesson is to refresh ourselves on perfect square roots versus non-perfect roots. Perfect squares versus non-perfect squares. So you'll remember a square root is a perfect square root is a number that has two factors that are the same number. So a number that you can multiply to the same number to get. All of these are perfect squares on this worksheet here. So for example, so this little sign here, it looks a little bit like the long division sign, but then it kind of jets out at the end. That's the square root symbol. That's the root symbol. When you see that over a number, it's saying take the root, take the square root. In this case, these are all square roots. We will learn in the coming weeks about other kinds of roots, but that's for later. Right now, worry about square roots. So when you see right here, it says square root of 36, saying basically all that's asking you is what one number, can you multiply by itself to get you 36? That's what that's asking you. It's saying there's a number that you can multiply by itself to get you 36. Well, hopefully we all can think real fast and realize, oh, the number is 6 because 6 times 6 is 36. Or over here, 64. What number can you multiply by itself to get 64? Well, 8 times 8 is 64. So there you go. And all of these are like that. You can take any of 144. Oh, big number. No. Don't worry about it. 144, right there. My cursor is highlighting it. It's saying what number, singular number, can you multiply by itself to get 144? Well, 12. So the square root of 144 is 12. And maybe you're noticing, hopefully you are, that there's a relationship between square root and then when you square a number. Remember, to square a number, right, when you have the exponent 2 above it, that means multiply that number by itself, right? So a number squared, say 12 squared is 144, right? And the square root of 144 is 12. See that relationship goes back and forth. It's going to be important to remember going forward. So that is a perfect square root. Now, a non-perfect square root is a number that when you try to take the square root of it, there isn't some whole number that you can multiply by itself to get that product. So for example, if I said, what's the square root of 13? Well, I don't know. I'd need to use a calculator to figure that out because there isn't some clear, easy whole number, right? There's not one whole number. Now there is a number, there's a decimal. And some, so the square root of 13 is probably something like 3.7 something, somewhere like that. But we're talking whole numbers. A perfect square has a whole number that you can multiply by itself to get that product. A non-perfect square does not. It'll have a decimal or a fraction, however you want to think about it. So let's hop over real fast. I'm going to go over to this one. This is the Khan Academy lesson page. And I'm going to quickly solve some of these just so that you can see, one, how it's done, and that it can hopefully help you get the wheels in your mind moving in case you forgot some of this stuff. So this says find the square root. Well, the square root of 25, basically that's saying what whole number can you multiply by itself to get 25? 1 times 1 is 1, 2 times 2 is 2, 3 times 3 is 2 times 2 is 4, 3 times 3 is 9, 4 times 4 is 16, 5 times 5 is 25, right? So the square root of 25 is 5. And let's find out. Look at that, it's right. Let's do another one. 121. 121, square root of 121. Well, I know that 10 times 10 is 100, and we just did in that on the last page, I showed you that 12 times 12 is 144. So I bet that the square root of 121 is 11. 11 times 11. If you do 11 times 11, you're going to get 121. I bet. Watch this. Square root of 121, let's check. Is it 11? It's 11, just like that. Square root of 144, we just went over this one. You know, that's 12 times 12. The square root of 144 is 12 because 12 times 12 is 144. Look at that. And 36, we did that one too. So you, right now, think about it for a second, pause the video, ask yourself, what's the square root of 36? What number can you multiply by itself to get 36? 6, right? Let's find out. All right. So that's going to be it for this quick lesson. You just need to be able to recognize the difference between a perfect square and a non-perfect square. Perfect square, there's a whole number that you can multiply by itself to get that product. Non-perfect square, there isn't. So perfect square, 36. 36 is a perfect square because you can take the square root of it and you get a whole, nice, pretty whole number, 6. 103. 103 is not a perfect square. Now we're going to be learning in the coming days how to find the square root of non-perfect squares, but not today. So thanks for watching. Stay inside, stay safe, and let me know if you have any questions, okay?